Welcome back in ERB Sports fans to another video. In this video, we're going to go over the pickups that we got from the National, give you guys my final thoughts on the show. I got a lot more videos to come for the National. We are just getting started with post-National hype. Let's get into it. All right, so I got a pile here, which was from Saturday, and then a pile here, which was from Sunday, including a mail day item that was waiting for me when I got home. So overall, you guys know if you watched the preview video, we were targeting Stephen Curry, De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, some vintage baseball from the 1960s era, ungraded baseball, and anything else I could find. I did go a little bit heavy on the silver packs, got a bunch of hobby boxes that I redeemed for that. We'll have a bunch of rip videos coming up. But I think what we can say is mission accomplished on our goals, sort of. Now, I went with $500 cash. I didn't go with a lot. Many people went with tons more than I did. But I went with $500 and tried to get the most I could out of $500. Now, I don't think all the $500 is spent on these items here, but pretty close to it. So, Saturday, we found a couple of Steph Curry raw cards. And get these flipped around. Hypnotized Hoops insert. I think this comes out of Hobby. I don't know if I'll ever grade it. Probably not. I think this one was really well centered. Prism red, white, and blue out of 2022 Prism. We got a red ice that we graded. I actually thought this one was pretty well centered, so I think this one might be a grading candidate. We'll have to find out. Shockwave out of Revolution. Steph Curry again. I don't know that I'd ever grade this card, but again, cool insert. I can't remember if I already had a copy of this or not, but went ahead and picked that up. Origins. This looked like almost like a color blast. I just like the way this card looked. I don't buy many Curry Origins cards, but I would love to have this one in a slab someday. The only bad thing is it had a little bit of white on the corners, so I guarantee it wouldn't get a 10 on the front. It'd probably get a 9, so, but keep it raw. And then finally, on the raw side for Steph Curry, we got one numbered 54 out of 199 from Hoops. I think this is 2018-2019 Hoops. Yeah, 2018-2019. So I think we got all of these for $30 total. So I don't know. We probably overpaid for some, but we're Curry collectors, so we didn't really care. This was a Curry bulk lot that I got off of one guy. I can't remember. Actually, I know this one was in that lot as well. I think these were $20, but yeah, this was $200 for all this. So that Curry out of 199, Curry Silver Prism 9. I think I already have a 9 copy of that. 9 for PC, 10 on the Curry 2017 Select base card. 2014 Prism Curry 9. I didn't have this card. Figured I'd go ahead and pick one up. Curry Night School out of 2013 Panini. Looked at the pop on this card, and believe it or not, I know many people probably don't grade this card, but there's only like between 9s and 10s, there's only like 37 of these actually graded. So it's a pretty low card in a slab. So I figured I'd go ahead and scoop it up. And I like the way the card looked. And then last but not least, I love the way this card looked, even though it's not a 10. The Thrill of Victory insert from 2017 Panini Ascension. I just love the way this card looks. It really pops in hand. If I take it out of the plastic, you guys can get a better sense of how awesome that card looks. Man, it looks cool. So I just love the way this card looked. Went ahead and picked that up. That was kind of the big Curry pickup of the day. Favorite card from the day. And then my favorite card from the day was the first card I picked up all day. You guys know I'm a big De'Aaron Fox fan. Huge De'Aaron Fox fan. Really think the Kings are going to be lighting it up on this coming season. Or at least I hope. So I picked up the second copy of the 2017 Donruss Optic Color Match Purple. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. There's only 75 of these graded in a 10 worldwide, and I own 2 of them. So if I get a third copy, I'm going to own a pretty good percentage. Maybe not pretty good, but I might just continue to acquire these. I got this one for $100. Guy had 120 marked on it, but I got him down to $100. What's sad is the first version of this that I got at the Midwest Monster all the way back in October of last year, I actually got it for $40. So I paid more than double, but this card spiked during the playoffs all the way up to $180. People are going to want the color match if they go in deep into the playoffs this year for the Kings. So I figured this is a good card to have a second copy of so I could move off of one of them. And my total cost of ownership amongst the two is $70. And to me, that's a good buy. So again, I love the way this card looks in person. The video just doesn't do it justice. That was Saturday. Sunday, I came home, mail day, Optic Shock. There were a couple of these that I saw on the show floor. This is another one that's a pretty low numbered in a 10 not insert, but parallel. I love the way the Shock looks in person. I don't know if it's probably not. There you go. That's probably better. But love the way this card looks. It looks absolutely phenomenal. So I picked this up for $60 on an eBay auction. Actually won that before the National. We got another Steph Curry card coming off the time that we were prepping for the National. So then we got two Currys. These were from GotBaseballCards.com. They're both 9s. That one, his teeth looks a little messed up, but these were, again, I looked at the population of these. These were recently graded cards, looking at the serial number, the cert number. They both got 9s, but yeah, I think we were into these for like $30 each. So I don't know, figured why not? We don't have these cards yet in our collection, so we go ahead and get some PC cards for Curry. And overall, I like the way the cards look. They kind of had more of a vintage feel to them. But yeah, I think they're both from the same set. But yeah, 2011 Panini. That's right, 2011. That's a pretty old card. That's a 12-year-old card. So like the way those cards looked. And a couple more pickups from Sunday with a cool story coming for some things that we're going to do for our own personal collection here. And kind of a memorial, so to speak, for my late father-in-law. But before we get into that, we have another De'Aaron Fox to go with the other purple. So now I got the purple on the purple, double down on the purple. This one was, like I said, was a pop 75. This one in a 10, an insert for purple. It's only 10 in a 10. So that's a pretty, I don't know, that's probably a pretty rare card, unless people just don't send that in. But I was happy to pick that one up again. Got that one for $40. I figured, why not? Me love me. I'm starting to sound like an idiot. But I love me some De'Aaron Fox, so figured I couldn't go wrong there. Happy to have those in the collection for now. And last but not least, we went in with a goal of 1960s vintage. We had a short list of players, but one player that my father-in-law used to love when he was a kid was Hank Aaron. So we're going to make a little memorial. We got a 1957 Braves pennant, really old vintage pennant. We're going to make kind of like a shadow box with pictures of him along with pictures of his favorite player, kind of make a memorial out of it. We're going to hang it in the basement here. And we picked up two Hank Aaron cards from 1964. There really isn't any significance to the year 1964. I think my father-in-law was 14 years old in 1964, if I'm not mistaken. So he was just prior to going to Vietnam when he was 18 years old. But he is a two-tour of Vietnam vet. But his favorite player growing up was Hank Aaron. And yeah. These will make for very good placements in the shadow box. It's never going to see the light of day as far as the sun goes, so we're not worried about fading over time. We're just going to have it on the shelf here in the basement on the wall, and we'll have to make a short video about that coming up when we get that done. That will be a nice fall project for us. This is the base version. It's a little off-center, but the corners were really sharp for a 4. A little off-center. It's a lot off-center, let's be honest. But I like the way the corners looked overall. It looked like a nice crisp card. And then this one, I don't know why this got an SGC 3.5. It's really good, honestly. It's not that bad. I didn't see any like discoloring on the back. Maybe the vibrance on the front isn't as good as it probably used to be. And that's the difference between a 9 and a 10, because centering and eye appeal on this one looked really, really fantastic. So these were combined, I think, $160 total for both of these. So like I said, overall, we spent about $500 that I spent. I gave my wife $300 and she spent her own money on some other stuff. I think she bought some wax, she bought some wacky packages, and she bought some other odds and ends. So overall, pretty fun experience at the National. Looking forward to Cleveland next year. We're not sure yet if we're going to go. I really would like to go, but my son will be going to college next year. So that'll be kind of prepping him towards college right around this time frame for his freshman year in college. Looks like he's going to probably have a chance to run in college for cross country, which is awesome. So we want to make sure we don't screw that up. We want to make sure we give him the greatest chance to be successful in his freshman year. And if that means we don't get to the National next year, then so be it. But for those of you who went to this year's National, who said hi, who recognized ERB Sports, thank you so much. I think Brandon, can't remember, JB or JD Sports Cards, you and your son, you guys were from I believe you were from the Michigan area maybe, but got a great time to talk to you guys in line for Silver Packs. Awesome, awesome time to meet you. Cannot believe I got recognized in the line for Silver Packs at the Topps booth. Awesome to see so many people in person. Got to hang out with Step in the Box, Brett, Miss Striker, got to hang out with Ped's card collection as well. Lots of fun stuff coming up relative to the National. We got some other rips to do. We've got some other chit chat to do. Give you guys my final takeaways. But thanks again for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.